Hey guys, so I'm out of my usual state. I'm currently awake during the day. It has been almost 4.5 months, almost 5 now. But I've been working nights, so here I am awake during the day. And I'm driving back home, so I thought I would make a quick video and talk to you guys really quick. Because my brain's kind of ticking, and I just had that new Mountain Dew. And yeah, so anyways, yeah, what, right, so I was going to talk to you guys about, starting your own painting commission service. Recently, this has kind of been the process that I've been going through with Angela Crimson and Grimdark Minis for Crimson Mini Studios. So I just kind of wanted to go over like what we've been going through, kind of some steps that I've been noticing along the way, things like that. So first of all, you got to come up with a name. Name is the most important part. Angela Crimson came up with ours, obviously because he already had the Crimson thing going for him, so Crimson Mini Studios, whatever, it's his thing, and we're just kind of along for the ride. So, and then after that, you really need to establish kind of where you are as a painter. What level of painting can you get to? There's, honestly, you could offer just a base coat, batch base coat stuff for people for 50 cents a model if you wanted. Like if you have a you know what I'm talking about, the spray gun. If you can do a really nice clean base coat that isn't splotchy or anything and really make it look good, or do like the undercoat highlights with the black and the white in the raised areas and stuff, and then do a base coat for people, you can charge real cheap for that and still make a little bit of money and kind of pay for either your paint or whatever, or saving up for a new gun or something like that. That's a way you could establish, hey, I don't want to paint specifically your models for you, but here's an entry level thing for you. And then there's tabletop quality, which is basically you're going to lay down 1 to 2, one layer of base paint for every each thing. So like like your metals and everything has one base coat on it, yada yada yada. Your clothes, your armor, whatever, everything has a single base coat. And then you do like 1 layer possibly on each area. Nothing special. No, you don't do the eyes or the mouth or any of like the little extra details. You don't do really any highlights or anything. It's just very basic. If you see it on the table, it would be good enough. And then you have Tabletop Plus, which is going to be basically, you have your base coat, like you prime the model, you base, you have, everything has its base. You have 2 to 3 layers on everything, and then maybe you do like the eyes, and maybe like a little, some tiny details, like do like some scribble or something like that, along the edge, like on, a piece of parchment or something like that. And then you have, professional class, where you're going to be painting, doing, top to bottom, the base is done, the base is painted, or, whatever it needs to be done, basing, materials, yada yada. The whole model is, primed base coat, and then you have, upwards of 2 to 3 or even 4 and 5 layers sometimes. Depending on the highlights and blends and stuff like that, you're going to have professional looking blends. Your paint's going to look very neat and clean. You're doing little details like the eyes, mouth, little bits of jewelry, things like that. Doing, reticle glares, eye lens glares, all kinds of stuff, edge highlighting, you name it. That's what professional class is, and it really does need to look professional. And you can kind of charge, whatever you believe that your talent is. So that kind of leads us into pricing. Pricing can be one of those fickle things. It kind of really depends on what you believe you're worth. Get out there and look at what everybody else is pricing their stuff at. Most people typically go off of the base price of what everything is the cost of the model. So that's how much you're going to charge them right off the bat. And then you're going to charge them for extra, for yellows and whites, things like that. Because those are more difficult to paint and they take more time to paint. If they want bases done, that's an extra little percentage that you got to do. If they want magnetization and extra bits or things to come with the model so that they can, customize it and stuff like that, that's going to cost extra. All those things. So pricing is really kind of how you want to do it yourself. I can't tell you, you need to charge this much for your painting service, but whatever. All right, so after you've kind of established a name, what's your painting skill, what are you going to charge for your services, you then need to kind of flesh out the rules if you're going to have other painters with you. So you kind of need to set up some boundaries and say, this is what level we're going to paint at, this is what level I'd like you to stick to. Or if it's your own personal deal, have some rules. Say, these are the rules, and make them available to the public so that they know and are aware of how you operate. Don't let people kind of get blindsided by you, just because you're like, oh, well, that's just one of my rules, sorry, because people are going to think you just did it off the cuff if they're mad at you, and then you're throwing them under the bus or something like that. So make sure people are kind of aware of your boundaries, how you operate, how you do business. Have it all typed out nice and clean. Use proper grammar, things like that. So now that we're relatively established, we have an idea of what we're going to be doing. You need to be either posting work that you've done for someone before, unpaid or whatever, or even paid from a friend. You just haven't come up with this idea yet for this service. And then you also need to go ahead and post pictures of previously painted models by yourself. With each maybe kind of level of painting shown in each one. Either that, or you need to buy some test models and be like, all right, this is what I can paint at this painting level, or this is what I can paint at this painting level. This is the difference between the two, and maybe show the two different models, so you have test, comparisons for how everything is going to be. So once you have that, so that people can see your work, how good you are, what they're getting into, what they're buying, you pretty much go from that to setting up your social media, because that is the number one way to bring in customers. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, maybe not Snapchat because people can't keep up. Maybe you could use Snapchat with that person, so you could kind of send them stuff and they can kind of keep up on how their model's doing over time. But, you're going to want those progress pictures for if you make a video or something like that. So you can show people how you kind of go along and do your stuff. That really interests people. They kind of want to be able to see what you did to make their model really shine. So once you kind of do all that, really get your social media out there. Have some nice quality pics. Put them out in get a light box, or build one yourself. You can buy them. It's usually easier just to build it yourself. It's just 3 walls, a floor, and then typically a ceiling. And then you have a light up top and on the 2 sides, and it creates an area where there's no shadow, and it brings out all the detail and color of the model. And you get your photo in there, and you have a smooth background, like a curved background with a piece of paper or something like that. And it'll really bring out the details of your model. So get some good pictures up there. Don't be taking them where you're just like holding them, 17 inches away or whatever. So once you kind of have all that up there, all that going and stuff like that, honestly, the next part is just patience. You're going to have to wait around. You're going to really have to inquire with people. You're going to have to bug people in a way. You're going to have to, don't go out there and harass people. Hey, let me paint your models. But definitely get out there and talk to your friends. Talk to your family or whatever. Or talk to your, the dudes at your local game shop. Just be like, hey, do you mind if I paint a single model for you? And if you like it, I'll give you a 10% discount or something because you're my friend. Or whatever, and then do deals, offers, specials. Like we're currently doing a deal for 15% off of box sets for the next 2 weeks, starting October 10th. Commercial. So basically we're going to be offering a discount for folks who want to do like the new box sets that are coming out with the Gene Stereo Colt, things along those lines. So anyways, those are my tips and hints, guys. I know they're not perfect. I'm still learning along the way. I might do an update video here in about 6 months to a year. It all depends. Anyways, guys, you guys take care of yourself. I'll see you later.